Hi YouTube, this is Yusuf and this is a new episode of Spaceweather News. So let's get into it. Today, what's happening into space? Well, not much. There is a new sunspot emerging, Sunspot 2792. And I do believe there is another one over here emerging. It's actually two sunspots or a group of sunspots. Going to switch to this image. You see there is one over here. Let's zoom that in, and this seems to be a nice sunspot. It has the potential, in my opinion, to produce C flares or even an M flare if it morphs and becomes more complex. And if this sunspot arcs with this one, we could see CMEs. A CME, who knows? We'll see about it in the following days. Other than that, other than the new sunspot, well, there isn't much going on. The density is normal. The speed is normal. In fact, it's decreasing to normal values. You see here, I think it's in the range of 300, yes, almost 50 kilometers, not much. BZ component is positive, slightly negative over here, but I don't think it's going, I think it's going to go positive again, unless there's activity from that new sunspot. Might be. And yes, there is something of interest this night. So the Gemini meteors will peak at 60 meteors per hour on the nights from the 13th to the 14th this night. So if you're interested in this, know that this night they will peak at 60 meteors per hour. Yes, and another thing of interest, the solar eclipse. I've already covered this, but I will do it again for those who haven't seen my first video. So, tomorrow there will be a solar eclipse in the southern hemisphere, and along this red line over here, there will be a full eclipse, as you can see over here. You see, this is a full eclipse. Everything else will just be a partial eclipse, so around the northern parts of Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, southern Brazil, northern Chile, and parts of Peru, I think. Okay, let's zoom that out. And yes, before I leave, before I end this video, I want to discuss something, because we have seen space weather-wise there isn't much going on, but there's something of interest, and I will always come to this because you can actually see it over here. While the Magnetopause standoff position shows normal values again, the closed field lines are showing a major anomaly, and you will see it over here. Look at this. This is very, very unusual. To see it like this is supposed to be a circle. These are the closed field lines. So what it's doing is coming together and then doing some really strange stuff. As you can see, expanding, intermingling, splitting in two, opening up. I mean, you can see almost doubling, like several small openings. This is not good at all. And partially this explains what you can see here, and I will show it to you. When the magnetic field behaves erratically, energy pours in. And there it is. You see? This is not an increase in solar wind, and I can prove it. We have already seen this over here. So you see, this is the density. It didn't change at all. And this is a 1 day plot. I will, or 3 days, okay. I will take the 1 day plot. Maybe this is easier to see. You see, when we put the one-day plot, we see that everything is almost a flat line. So there is no spike of anything. The busy component is, however, opening up, becoming negative. But this is not due to an impact or anything, and it isn't really major opening. I don't think this is due to solar weather. Solar weather stayed the same. This is extreme. I think when I look at this, try to visualize it in 3 dimensions, because this is only 2 dimensions, and this is the reason why I think people don't realize what's happening here. When we see this, it could mean that the magnetic field moves or twists around the poles. And I think this is what's happening, because that's the reason why whenever it happens here, it also happens at the South Pole. So they twist a bit, they are interconnected, they change, and because of that, energy pours in. Could be something else. Huh? This is just me postulating, giving you a possible explanation. But other than that, I mean, aside from weakening magnetic field and collapsing Van Allen belts, perhaps, I think the magnetic field position moving is more plausible. Because this could explain this sudden increase in energy pouring in, and while we have the same solar density, because as you see, this shows actually that there's no compression or anything taking place. So it's really just a distribution of that energy, the shield simply absorbing more energy. And I think the shape of the magnetic field is responsible for that, because this is what we're seeing here. I think this is the shape of the magnetic field rather than strength or anything, because we see these are the field lines. So I just wanted to show this. Even when nothing happens, there is always something happening, especially when it comes to our magnetic field and its position and what it's doing energy-wise. So that's it for today for space weather. I didn't cover other things. I will keep it short this time. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you want. If you liked the video, press the like button. And don't forget to subscribe. And I guess I see you next time. Bye bye, everyone.